Welcome back into Browns Live. Nathan Zegura and the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. And because this is a special Friday edition of Browns Live, we're not going to look ahead to the next opponent. We took care of business for this week, but this is going to be kind of our state of the season here, presented by Ticketmaster. And Coach, 4-3 coming off of this win. Now you get those 10 days before the Steelers. Kind of what is the mindset and where are you at with this football team?
Yeah, we're 7 games into it. We got 5 games until the bye, so you treat this break as really the mini bye. So you go for the fresh with the players. You know, they're off, so we want them to refresh and recharge. And as coaches, we get a little opportunity here to do a self-scout. We really believe in that self-scout process where you can learn a lot about what you're doing offensively, defensively, special teams, and you can make adjustments in season. We try to do it every single week. This gives you an opportunity to really sit back, pull it apart, look at it, and say, all right, what are some areas that we identify that need to improve? And then the next part is, all right, how do we improve those areas?
Yeah, last year it came after week 8, so one more game you had to buy, and clearly there was a change. Once we got through some of that crazy weather, which hopefully we won't deal with this year, but there was a change. What do you love about that self-scout process?
Yeah, I think now we have 7 games. There's a sample size. Now you can, as you are in season, you can sometimes not see the forest through the trees, and you're just all these games, or you get clouded by that singular game. Well, now you can put on 7 games worth of short yardage, 7 games worth of red zone, whatever it may be, and you have a good sample size where I really believe you can learn about yourselves now 7 games into it.
It's great to kind of come off this short week, get that win, and now you have these 10 days because we are a banged-up football team, even though we overcame it and everybody stepped up and you wouldn't have known it watching it. How do you feel about kind of where this team should be as you head towards, we'll call the second third of this season before that bye?
Yeah, we should get some guys back. Guys are healing up. They're spending a lot of time in their recovery room, in the training room. So I do anticipate that we'll get guys back for Pittsburgh. And then, our division starts. I'm not going to get too far ahead of it, but this next game is a division game, and we haven't played one yet. So there's a lot of season in front of us, and we're 4-3. That's who we are. That's what we are. And now we got to make sure that we're going forward. We understand that there's a lot of football left to be played.
What kind of are you the happiest with your football team? And maybe some of the outcomes weren't what you wanted, but what you've seen from the guys, and I would say some of the commitment to getting on the field and being a part of this.
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of areas, I'd tell you, Nathan, that we're playing good football. We're inconsistent in other areas, and then we're just looking to put it all together as a team. And I don't think we've done that consistently enough. You saw it last night playing complementary ball, getting a stop on defense, moving the ball on offense, or maybe pinning them deep, whatever it may be. I want to see more consistent complementary football from us moving forward.
And you get another one at home. That's what's coming up next. What's kind of been the environment as you felt it here in Cleveland? You mentioned that was your first night game with a full capacity. Just your first season here with a full capacity and getting to really taste what that means this. I mean, I know you felt it probably leaving the building last night, what that victory meant to this city.
Well, I felt it driving in, I should say, because they were ready to go, and it was a madhouse around the stadium just early. And then just throughout the game, they were loud. I think, and our crowd knows this. I don't want to insult their intelligence. They know this. They make such a big deal when they're as loud as they were last night. That's so hard on the offense to operate. So that's an advantage for us. Teams have to come into our stadium on the lake. Hopefully the weather is as messy as can be, and our crowd helps us win those games down there.
So you've gotten to be a head coach now, obviously a season and a half, but you've been in locker rooms forever, post-games, celebrations, all of those things. And you talk to a guy like Joe. That's what he misses the most, right? Being in the locker room, that camaraderie. Last night's locker room and the video that we got to see, it felt special because I think sometimes, you love to have a guy who has a great game. But when you can feel the love of the teammates for a guy like D'Ernest, that's something he will never, ever forget that night. What's it like just to be a part of that, and what makes that so special, that bond that these guys have?
Yeah, you mentioned Joe, and I've heard this from so many guys that once they're done playing, that's what they miss. They miss the locker room. They miss moments like that. And you can't script moments like that. And, you love to see good things happen to good people. D'Ernest Johnson is a great teammate, and the way he works, the way he goes about his business, I think his teammates see that. So to see him have success, obviously it's really an exciting time for our entire team.
I think Nick Chubb talked more on the sideline because of D'Ernest Johnson than maybe he's talked in his entire career before.
That's probably true. And Nick's another great teammate. I mean, think about Nick on the sideline helping the guys out. Baker, I thought Baker was going to go crazy. I got to check and see if he lost his voice, because those guys are rooting so hard for their teammates. And I just think that's a great message that it sends throughout the locker room.